Whoa, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Janta? I think yeah, today is Friday. I don't know why I feel it's Saturday for some reason, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's a still a Friday. So nice.
Yeah, it is
How
still a
was your week,
Friday.
man? How was your week?
My week was good. I had to run a lot to the hospital and back.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it was good. We made some good progress in the product that I am working on. Yeah.
Nice.
And also finally published a Substack
Oh
after long.
yes, finally. I think Substack start करना is a pretty easy thing, but I mean all the way has been sustaining that because मैंने
Yeah.
चार पांच बार शुरू किए but I never finished. मैंने सारे के एक कर दिए एक के बाद एक. So it's
So in 2017-18, I was very consistent in Quora, in long
oh,
form
is it?
posts.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a million plus views and the top writer badge there. So I think I have to get into that spam mode.
Yeah, yeah. I think like writing really helps in general, right? Matlab,
Yeah,
when you sort of just look at from the perspective of having that clarity of thought, yeah, to matlab, just putting out the shit that's going in your head, right? So it really helps.
yeah,
So
and also I have named my Substack the hip hopping,
hip hopping.
not hip hop, HEAP. So there is a data structure in computer
Oh,
science called heap,
yeah,
HEAP,
yeah,
heap
yeah. Yes,
hopping.
yes. Nice. Cool. I think that's bring to the our topic for today. It's
Topic of
actually
at hand. Yes.
communication, and I think yeah, matlab, okay. Let me ask you this. Okay, before we get to the neuroscience part of it, what do
Mm-hmm.
you think of communication? Like when I say communication, what does come to your mind? Matlab, first thing.
Okay, I will answer this and throw it back to you. So be prepared. You have time. मेरे को spot पे डाल दिया. ठीक है. So communication, I think, is two minds exchanging information, right?
Hmm.
Like technically अगर बोला जाए. So I recently read this wonderful paper.
Hmm.
Like, and it was so well written कि it caught me. I typically struggle to finish reading papers, but
Hmm.
I flowed through it. It's called the uncomfortable slowness of the brain, human mind, right?
Hmm.
And that kind of like sparked a lot of questions.
Hmm.
But through that, I kind of started and hearing, and now, as you asked, my current idea about communication is like exchanging information. Like when I say information, it's more from an information theory standpoint, not from a knowledge standpoint.
Hmm. I think it's I have a very similar I would say definition of communication. One is this primary information exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think there is some part of communication which is also, let's say, non-verbal, right?
Hmm.
A bit on the body language and all that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a very interesting piece, and I think that's what we also want to sort of understand today. That
Hmm.
because I'm sure you would have also heard this thing, no, ki how you say it makes more difference than what you say, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that how you say and okay, first part is how you say, but why does brain care about how you say? I think that is more important to figure out. That
Yeah.
is there a part of the brain which is like not just processing the information simply on a very face level या तो फिर वो और क्या मतलब किस तरह उसको process कर रहा है, right? So I think that's gonna be a fun thing to explore for today.
Yeah.
So yeah, should
Sure.
we get started?
Yes. I think you can add my screen to the stage.
Yeah,
Right.
cool.
We are exploring. Hey Gemini, you are live on stream. Say hi to the viewers. So we are exploring communication and from a neuroscience POV, and most are wondering what's communication outside of just information exchange, and trying to dive deeper into this question. How
Yeah.
you say versus what you say, and why do we,
Care about.
our brains, care about how we say it at all? Neuroscience and information theory point of view. So, oh, I have flash on. Let's see.
Hmm.
By the way, if you have Geo SIM, you can get Pro for free.
Oh yes, it's for a year, right?
18 months.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's huge.
Yeah.
डेढ़
Yeah.
साल मतलब शांति बोले.
You just go to My Geo app. There is a button you press, connect to your Google account, khatam.
Nice, good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, do you want to read or do I
I think we'll
get
just
this?
quickly skim through it once.
Okay. But
Okay.
for the viewers, I think we have to read, right? Especially people watching on phone.
Yeah. The
You
neuro.
can skim through it. You can mute me.
That's fine. That's fine. The neuro.
Hello to everyone on the stream. It's great to be part of the session. We're diving into the fascinating intersection today, where the cold, hard logic of information theory meets the wetware of neuroscience. To answer your question about how versus what, we have to look at communication not just as a transfer of data packets, but as a multi layered protocol designed to minimize biological uncertainty. The neurobiology of the dual stream. Our brains don't process a sentence as a single block of data. Instead, they split the signal into two parallel tracks immediately upon hitting the auditory cortex, which is the auditory cortex. Okay, the what, the semantics, primarily handled by the left hemisphere, uh, Phoenix and Broca's areas, and this is the dictionary part, decoding the literal meaning of words, and
Hmm.
the how, which is the prosody, the speech envelope, primarily handled by the right hemisphere. Okay, so the right-sided homologs of those language areas. So I will try to use neuroglans to figure out where these areas are. Right.
Yeah.
Um, so this would be the Broca's area, right, the
Hmm.
pulse, and this would be the wing. So this is the rough area. So on the
Right.
left hemisphere we will have semantic processing, and the right hemisphere of the same part we get the what do you say,
The
the how, like the affective aspects, right?
yeah.
So it's very surprising that it's like literally in the two opposite ends this thing happens.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
This
like
hmm,
it's also the idea of left brain and right brain that comes into play, right? So when you say
yeah,
left brain, it's more of like just processing the whole information piece,
yeah,
while right one is giving the input ki, "Acha, okay, on an emotional level or whatever level, right?
yeah,
How are we perceiving it, matlab? So if
correct.
like if I'm saying something like on the stream, if I
Hmm,
start like in a different dialect or a different tone, if my tone
yeah,
is little aggressive, if my tone is little like angry,
yeah,
uh, I'm assuming your brain will perceive differently. Right now,
yeah.
we both are sounding pretty much calm, pretty excited,
Yeah.
uh, pretty fascinating, man. मतलब दो लोग एक
So
साथ लगे हुए हैं, मतलब दो
okay,
particles.
so let's do this thing. I think it will be fun. Tell me if it's too extra. But if
Sure.
I read the next sentence
Uh-huh.
in different sort of affective prosody, how does
Yeah,
it sound? Like give
you
me a
should do it.
personality,
Let's do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
Let's,
angry, eager. Give me a random personality. I'll try
okay,
to
let's
read it.
do it first. Let's say with the happy one. Okay, let's just do with the happy one. Like in your own way, how when you are
And,
happy, how would you say it?
okay. Why this matters? The superior temporal gyrus integrates these sounds, but the inferior frontal gyrus acts as the evaluator. If your friend says, "I'm so happy for you," but their pitch drops and the rhythm slows, your IFG detects a mismatch. Your brain prioritizes the how over the what, because the how is often more honest signal of the speaker's internal state.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, let's
I
try the. Okay, let's just imagine you just got off a phone with someone. You had a fight. Okay,
Hmm.
Now you read the next one.
Okay. Uh, the information. Okay. I have to imagine. I'm not a good actor, so I have to imagine the
Imagine you have,
information.
that's
Hmm.
it.
Yeah. Imagine your.
You're pissed right now, like something.
Hmm. The information theory perspective, meta communication. In information theory, we often talk about Shannon entropy, which is a matter of measure of uncertainty, where hx is given by negative sum of I, where we take the p of xi and log base 2 of p xi, which probably looks like some entropy measurement, where p would be some sort of probability distribution. uh, if I give you a sentence, it contains a certain amount of information, but language is notoriously ambiguous. How I say it acts as meta communication, information about the
Mm,
information.
yeah.
Okay.
I think the
But
simple, observation is कि
uh,
when you were, say, in the first part, no, when
mhm,
you were reading, to the way you were involved in the whole communication itself, right? Forget the
mhm,
tone and all that, but the
mhm.
involvement was little higher than the second part. I don't know if you
I
felt.
think I remember more of what I read. Like if when I was in happy tone, I think
Yeah,
I remember more of it than when I was like. And both of these states are fake, right? I'm trying to fake
true. Ha ha.
and
Because again, it's not the genuine one right now. I think right now
uh,
we both are in a very calm state, matlab, in a way.
uh,
So there is nothing like going on matlab, in our heads right now.
yeah,
So yeah, but I think it's very interesting, matlab, how it even changes, matlab. And
yeah. So
when you were saying
uh,
first time, no, you were also like saying little more faster than the second time,
hmm,
right? वो फर्स्ट
yeah,
टाइम थोड़ा ऐसा फटाफट निकल रहा था फ्लो में. सेकंड
uh,
में देयर वाज a bit of the effort from your side कि अरे यार ये क्या है मतलब.
so I will try to now show the superior and inferior temporal gyrus.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the superior temporal gyrus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Contains the and look at if the understanding and it is correct ki in the superior temporal gyrus, sorry, I'll
Yeah.
put this below. In the superior integrates this sound, and
Mm-hmm.
inferior acts as the evaluator. So if your
Mm-hmm.
friend says I am so happy for you, but the pitch drops and the rhythm slows, your IFG, which is this one, detect sorry, this one niche wala, detects a mismatch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that creates some sort of conflict between what you are hearing and what you are perceiving. And then our brain prioritizes one over the other.
Mm-hmm. And I think
Because
most of the time that's
hmm,
why when certain people come and tell us certain thing, no, we
hmm,
always keep, rather than saying ki, "Arey, what are you saying?" We say ki, "What's your tone?" Right? So
yeah,
that is
yeah,
a very interesting way to just look at the communication piece. That
hmm,
somewhat right brain dominates the part of perceiving the communication
yeah,
versus
yeah,
just the मतलब क्या बोला versus क्यों
hmm,
कैसे बोला. Right? So
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. So communication is very important, and being animated helps.
Yep, yep, absolutely it does.
Yeah, and Sharat, who joins us frequently, is one of the most better examples I know who animates his
Yeah.
voice
I mean,
really
if
well.
he was good, he would have like done this job brilliantly of reading this in a
Yeah,
different text.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Um,
But I want to read to this point, entropy reduction was your point, the how tone gesture matrix
yes,
contextual filter that narrows the probability distribution of what I actually mean. The harness effect. Okay.
yeah.
Gregory seen a pile, for example, of a dog and a bell. A bell means food, but the dog salivates.
Okay, use the example of a dog and a bell. A bell means food. Do you want to discuss this point?
I'm
Uh,
actually, yeah, we can actually discuss this. I'm little
Yeah,
unsure. You understand? I'm little unsure.
like the dog only salivates if it's wearing its work harness. The harness is the how, the con,
Huh.
right? So, for example, there like sometimes I think we put our dogs. I had a dog
Hmm.
in a harness or some sort of collar to before
Yeah.
feeding because he
Hmm.
was very jumpy. So we put the harness in and then you keep the food and then you say हाँ like खाना बन गया है
Okay.
खाने आ जा.
So does
Yeah.
that mean कि जब मैं उसको when I'm gonna put a leash around him, it's a
Hmm.
signal to his brain कि भी खाना मिलने वाला है. Cannot is that one of the possible?
I think very likely because I trained my dog to be like to love the leash. Like my previous dog broke the chain multiple times, and that was a hard lesson. Right? I don't like keeping dogs in chains. I like leashes.
Hmm.
Right? But you had to restrict. I got bit by him also.
Hmm.
So what happened this time was I would never put the leash unless we are going outside for the first 6 months. Nothing. Like no matter how annoying he is, I'm just tolerating, finding other ways. But because he likes going outside, right? But one side effect of this was was always very happy about getting leashed. Like the moment you take the leash, he will come around you, run circles, and put the neck out like this, right? And like anyone who has seen him, then everyone knows ki my dog always used to do this, right? If you have to control him, like ऐसा भी हुआ है वो बाहर भाग गया है, right? Like he's running away, like he's in danger, and the way I get him, like he's already out, right?
Hmm.
The way I take come like get control of him because he runs faster than me and weighed like 28 kgs at his peak. You
Yeah.
can't, like I couldn't control him. Like there was multiple times when he ran, I tried to catch him and I fell,
Okay.
right? So I would just later I would just take his favorite leash and some food and he would just come.
Hmm. Yeah, but this actually brings me to a point. Is the harness effect something similar to anchor effect or it's different from anchor effect?
What's the anchor effect?
Anchor effect is, I'll give you a simple example. You, when you decide to sort of, have some sort of a benchmark, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to buy a car,
Mm-hmm.
the shopkeeper
Oh,
shows
the
you,
sales में जो एंकरिंग होता है.
हाँ तो वो जो उस बट दैट कैन बी अप्लाई एनीवेयर इन जनरल राइट लाइफ में.
Mm-hmm.
अगर मैं तुझे बोलूँ कि यार यू शुड एम फॉर वर्क एक्स वाई जेड कंपनी, अगर मैं
Mm-hmm.
एंकर इफेक्ट वहां डाल दूं उसके बाद तुझे
Mm-hmm.
सब कुछ लगेगा ये क्या है ये सब. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they are oversimplifying it, but I mean,
Yeah,
fundamentally
yeah.
that's what the idea is. So I don't know if it's similar to anchor effect. Maybe can you open the link, please? क्या ये जो link है इसका resource
Hmm.
link, you can actually see क्या है ये.
Harness effect.
हाँ, sorry hardness effect वाला.
Uh, Decoding, valence, arousal, meta communication. It didn't cite the correct link. There is no harness effect, but I
I
can
think
ask it. No.
हाँ you can ask this.
Do I ask it in a different chat or इसी में? Because
This
it is
one
very hard to. Like a friend of mine had built a thing. I'm not sure if it exists. Shall I call him? Because the way he built it is कि you can just fork off of the chats. Let
Oh
me call.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Let me ask him if his
हाँ,
product is still alive.
phew, yeah.
I'll say कि हम stream कर रहे हैं. Can I showcase?
Yeah. Or I am just thinking कि is this even like a thing or not?
एक second.
Harness.
Hi Harman. भाई is your product alive? हाँ जी. अभी URL कौन सा है? मैं लिंक deepdive.so हाँ deepdive.so ओके सो हम क्या कर रहे हैं वो कर रहे हैं लाइक वी आर डूइंग क्या बोलते हैं लाइव स्ट्रीम उस पे हम आस्किंग वी आर ट्राइंग टू लर्न समथिंग यूजिंग एआई एंड वी आर going into the exact problem कि we are not getting like we have to branch but you're not getting to branch ग्रेट सही भी बहुत अच्छा है ठीक है मैं भी आ सकता हूँ कॉल में आ जाओ कैन आई सेंड द लिंक टू हिम
हाँ हाँ, why not भाई
हाँ
please.
कैन यू सेंड द मैं लिंक भेज रहा हूँ यू कैन ज्वाइन आवर स्ट्रीम सो वी आर लर्निंग द न्यूरोसाइंस ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन ठीक है ठीक है
This is feeling like a KBC वाला vibe कि क्या मेरी बात बोले can I also play बोले आप भी खेलो यार.
and Harman is like one of my like very close colleagues from like Amazon.
Okay.
Great builder.
He's also an engineer क्या?
हाँ he is also an engineer builder. Quit recently.
Nice.
ठीक
सही
है.
है.
3 flash नहीं लाया भाई ने.
Start the chat again या how does this work मतलब?
I can copy paste the conversation from here. ठीक है.
हाँ.
I can just expand all the things. I can
Yeah.
just go. But it's Gemini 3. I have to find a model that's at least as good. कौन सा model pick करे? Sonnet?
हाँ यार सोनेट ही है बाकी तो
ठीक है.
किसी पे विश्वास.
So what are the
Are you asking the harness effect?
what is the harness effect here?
Hey Jay, hi Suman.
Hi.
What's up? यार तो हमने जस्ट थोड़ा टाइम पहले शुरू किया है. So yes. Yeah.
Can we still branch like before?
You can,
hi.
yes.
Yes.
So you're using a reasoning model to do the research.
We are using Claude currently.
Mm-hmm.
So, अच्छा first response के बाद we can branch, no?
You can select a text also. So if you want to just select some text, let's say harness or
from here. No, only from
no
response.
From your
anywhere.
response. But it sometimes works. But I would refer like it's more focused on the response, not the user text.
Okay. So harness effect from Gregory Bastian's work on me. How are you getting this? Are you using Exa or something? This one. Sorry, I don't
really.
ask you. I won't ask your proprietary secrets on stream. The same signal can mean completely different things depending on the contextual frame it's received in. The classic example, Pavlov's dog with a twist. Bell rings to dog salivates. Same bell rings to dog ignores it. Okay, if is not. So it's like a if else. अगर ये है तो the same signal means different things.
Interesting.
But it's meta communication. It tells the dog how to interpret the bell.
Right. So again, it's a bit of a training to a certain वो right मतलब cues मतलब in a way. ठीक है.
The neuroscience bit, anterior cingulate cortex and by the way, Harman, did you see the tool we built?
Not really. I just joined, so let's see. Oh, this looks cool.
Yeah, that's what we were going after.
Okay. So I see certain parts like which when you select something, can you click on it or what does it do? Like,
we can
does it
do
tell
like
function?
Yeah.
And what maybe sorry, like I don't know the context of the stream, what is going on right now? We're discussing.
So Jaya, can you give him?
So one first question ही अभी ये तो हरमन हम लोग का. So what you are curious about? How do brain perceive communication, right? So हम लोग का starting point of discussion was we have heard this saying ना how you say is more important than what you say. So,
Hmm.
like, why even their brain cares about how versus what? So, I think this is where still in a very early, matlab, kind of
Yeah.
exploration. And then we just figured ki there is an involvement of right brain and left brain in processing the emotion and the the context of the conversation. But somehow the right brain dominates in a way ki how you say certain things matters a lot versus what you say. So we even did like a very small experiment जहाँ पे सोहन ने 2 लाइन हैप्पी होके पढ़ा और 2 लाइन पिस मतलब गुस्सा होके पढ़ा, and we could just see the difference कि how people perceive the information. So
Hmm.
that's the bit of the context.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So now we are trying to identify where is the anterior cingulate cortex. I think this is the anterior cingulate cortex, this part of the brain,
Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
and orbitofrontal cortex. I don't know where it is at all.
Hmm.
And right hemisphere. So entire right
Right,
hemisphere to hoga.
right, the right hemisphere.
Uh, I have to ask
Hey, you fix
orbitofrontal.
ये क्या सर्च फंक्शन,
हाँ
तूने ये
हाँ.
सर्च फंक्शन फिक्स कर दिया, सही
Yeah.
है.
It's not.
So
It's
are you
now also.
on?
Mhm.
You guys are showing on X, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I seem a bit out of place right now, not my expertise. So I'll hop off. But if you have any question on that deep dive product, I can come back and join you guys.
बिल्कुल
I'll watch on the stream on
बिल्कुल
the X, right? ठीक है,
Yes.
चलो.
बिल्कुल.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks भाई. We are exploring neuroscience and we'll share updates with you.
sure, sure. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. हाँ. But so I think यार also सोहन एक काम करेंगे ना, जो अपने सारे responses अपन store कर रहे हैं ना,
Mhm.
उसको let's start putting out some Substack or something around this, right? तो उस
हाँ
बहाने after stream also we can always go back to all these reference points.
हाँ. And I think this like he was like I was helping मतलब consulting emotional supporting him during the development of this product,
Hmm.
right? But I think this is a really good like use case ना, जैसे you can
Yeah,
ask some.
काफी solid use case है. I mean, and it's a fairly I would say आजकल सबको ऐसा होता है ना कि बीच में if there is something they
Quote.
want to ask a question about, so they can always go back and ask the question.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Then you can ask both here and here.
Oh
See,
yeah.
you can scroll like a Mac, right? You can scroll like a Mac and ask in both places. You can resize this windows.
Yeah. I think it's a good tool.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
So now you can select part of it and you can ask it to explain, and
hmm.
you don't have to ask a follow
We
up
can also
question.
do a YouTube search क्या?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you try? Maybe I'm just curious. YouTube search क्या होगा इसका?
Why this matters for communication?
हाँ. Oh, okay. Take
Um,
the example of Pavlov's dog ना. Maybe that will have a better वो.
uh,
नीचे था जो
कहाँ पे?
second वो Pavlov's dog गिरा. Classic example Pavlov's dog with a twist.
Pavlov's dog with a
हाँ,
twist. Okay,
हाँ,
I'll
नीचे.
search. So this is the two-headed. I'll ask it to play.
Yeah. ये क्या कर रहा है भाई? हम ये कौन सी स्ट्रीम में आ गए?
No, I think I can ask like I can collapse this, and I
हाँ.
can ask what is Pavlov's dog here.
Yeah.
Ask
आई थिंक मुझे लग रहा
what
है
is
अगेन इज अ वेरी टेक्स्ट हैवी ना, उसको कॉन्टेक्स्ट बिल्कुल है ही नहीं इस चीज का,
hmm.
मे बी इसलिए व्हाट इज Pavlov's dog here.
सेम वो वीडियो में सही दिखाया.
या अपना वैसे कैन यू ओपन द नोटपैड, व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन यू वर सपोज्ड टू आस्क?
By
ओके
how
हाउ.
communication
हाँ,
started in
ओके.
video.
Yeah, let's do this question. I think this can be a fun question.
Yeah. So do we go to a new conversation?
Yeah, we can go to a new conversation. But I think in a sort of short summary, we understood, like, at least why, how you say matters along with what you say. So I think at least that
Yeah.
part is like clear now.
So if you only master, I think in the book Warmth, right?
Hmm.
Sorry, Cues, right? Vanessa
Okay.
Van Edwards. Like a lot of people say it is more of a like sort of a scammy book, but
Hmm.
I liked and I had a few takeaways.
Hmm.
Right, most of it is not like she's stating the obvious, but in this part she says like it's warmth and competence
Warmth and competence. Hmm.
determine success, right? So if you signal warmth, only warmth, right, you come as more like a marketing person scamming or someone like, hey
Yeah.
कैसे हो कैसा चल रहा है, हाँ हाँ हम तो बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं types. And
हाँ.
but then the other side is competence, like intolerable people like ये ऐसे क्यों होता है, ऐसे क्यों होता है,
ये
आप
ऐसा क्यों है, ये ऐसा क्यों है.
हाँ, with no amount of warmth, right? So I
But I
think you.
think the idea will be like to figure out the balance between these two, right? I mean, that's the, I think the
Yeah,
last.
I think it that is also a bit context dependent. To whom am I saying depends. Like if I'm talking to a more academic audience, I will have to tune down my warmth,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And if I'm talking to like if I'm selling my product, I'll have to dial up my warmth, and how to do that effectively helps a lot in terms of careers, I guess, or
Yeah,
even.
actually, that's a very good point in a way because अगर तू देखे वैसे,
Mhm.
um, a lot of time, people who don't sound serious in
Mhm.
certain situations
Mhm.
are not perceived serious because they just don't read the room, right? मतलब.
Yeah, happens a
Yeah,
lot with me.
I think you can say all the right things, but if you are not sort of reading the room,
Yeah,
it's not good.
yeah. Uh, so I'll copy pasta the initial,
Yeah.
uh, so that the stream has context and hey deep dive. How communication, and this is model के लिए we are using कौन सा model, GPT-5, Grok 4, fast कौन सा,
Uh,
not the latest ones, I don't think it is there.
I think DeepSeek try करेगा. I don't know. What do you think of
Okay,
DeepSeek?
let's try DeepSeek.
Let's try. DeepSeek doesn't care to say hi hello to anyone. They are like कि काम पे सीधा आ जाओ.
Thought पे लिखा है, if you expand
अच्छा.
the thought,
Yeah,
इसमें
yeah.
लिखा है we are live on stream
Yeah,
deliver
yeah,
one. Okay, we are live on stream. Okay, so this is why, this is what just the last point was about.
DeepSeek is like no shits given.
I will only tell the what, not the how.
Yeah, इनका yeah, yeah. Nice. Okay. From neuro.
From neuroscience,
Perfect.
uh, so from neuroscience and information theory perspectives, early hominid communication emerged through adaptive pressures and neurological evolution. Key drivers: survival demands, group coordination from hard hunting, foraging, predator avoidance. It required basic signals. Okay, it also understand highlights key terms. Okay. Neuroscience angle, mirror neurons evolve for action understanding, enabling gesture limitation. Tool use and social bonding. Tool making knowledge demanded shared instruction, gestures to proto language. Oxytocin driven bonding encourage vocalizations from group for group cohesion. Information theory lens, signals optimized for energy efficiency. Grunts, gestures carried high value info with minimal complexity. Okay, so so yes, these gestures are very energy efficient.
Yeah, I didn't think of the first part actually, survival demand, which is actually a very good sort of point if you think in the animals. Okay, I know हम
हम्म.
थोड़ा digress कर रहे हैं, but
नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल डाइग्रेस नहीं कर रहे हैं. Yeah.
if you look at most of the animals who hunt in a pack, right?
हम्म.
They have this way of communication, मतलब.
हम्म.
And I didn't actually think कि ये शायद वो hunting वाला एक point बहुत ही crucial हो सकता है.
हम्म.
And अगर तू वैसे देखे modern
हम्म.
time में there are a lot of employees who have this slogan of their companies, right? मतलब.
हम्म.
And whenever they're in this annual conferences, annual whatever, right? They
हम्म.
start like somewhat screaming, "Acha, okay, I don't know what a good example is, but you get my point. What I'm trying to say."
हम्म.
So that just sort of sends a signal or whatever to the other people. This is one tribe, and one tribe believe in something, and
हम्म.
that one slogan जो होता है company का, right? मतलब
हम्म.
that becomes like your I don't know, borrowed identity of sort or
Shared
whatever, right?
vocabulary. Are you
Sorry.
talking about shared vocabulary?
Yes, I think that will be a right, मतलब, simple way to put it. मतलब.
हम्म.
Again, I think it goes beyond. Again, vocabulary comes from your own self worth, right? Or how you look at yourself. मतलब. Because my
हम्म.
vocabulary more or less come from my own identity. मतलब मैं खुद को कैसे देखता हूँ.
हम्म.
So I think first it need to be ingrained in the identity, and उसके बाद it can become vocabulary.
हम्म.
So, like when we join new companies, there is this whole mahal, right? Ki are trying
हम्म.
to somehow get into the whole tribe in a way. Ki how do I
Yeah.
settle this company? How do I become one of them and all that? So
Yeah.
I actually didn't think of this point very interesting for me at least. मैंने कभी उसको सर्वाइवल लेंस से कभी देखा नहीं था इसको.
हम्म.
Yeah.
इंटरेस्टिंग. मैंने भी इसको सर्वाइवल लेंस से देखा नहीं था बट आई काइंड ऑफ इम्प्लिसिटली अज्यूम्ड कि देयर वुड बी सर्वाइवल प्रेशर फॉर pretty much everything we do.
True. Okay,
So,
let me give you some wild situation. Okay, imagine you are walking in a street of somewhere in Europe. Okay, for example,
हम्म.
you are in a certain situation जहाँ पे
हम्म.
तेरे मतलब जो तेरा फर्स्ट वो होगा, राइट, when you're in a certain danger situation, तो
हम्म.
तेरा फर्स्ट वर्ड्स या फर्स्ट वो आएंगे, वो तेरे मोस्ट लाइकली नेटिव लैंग्वेज में आएंगे,
हम्म.
राइट. एंड इफ
True.
somebody responds to that,
हाँ.
imagine you will feel much more safe for some reason कि अरे
हम्म.
कोई अपना मतलब whatever, right, मतलब most likely that person will not even save you for that matter, but you just
Okay.
feel to
So
respond.
this exact thing happened. I was coming from like this time, like from in
हाँ,
Bangalore airport. ठीक है.
हाँ.
We were 30 kg heavy. ठीक है. 30 kg heavy बोले तो they saw कि we are carrying too many things, so they weighed everything including our carry-ons.
Carry on, yeah.
ठीक है.
हाँ.
तो total you get two people you get 15 30 kg and 7 14 kg,
Hmm.
right? So we were each around 15 kg heavier than that.
At least in
ठीक.
the cabin too, right, मतलब तो बोल रहा है cabin में 7 किलो है.
Total every like 15 30 kg होता है
हाँ, हाँ,
and 7
30
7 14. So total you get 44 kg, two people,
45, 45.
right? 44 45. So we were around 75.
अच्छा, okay.
ठीक है. And we were discussing in Bengali. Me and my girlfriend were discussing in Bengali how to evade this situation.
Yeah.
ठीक है कि लाइक ये एक काम करते हैं, बाहर पे एक बैग रख के आते हैं, वो जाते टाइम लेके चले जाएंगे, देखेंगे नहीं. ठीक है. एंड द लेडी इन फ्रंट सेज आपको ये सब करके कुछ नहीं होगा, कुछ तो आपको छोड़ना ही पड़ेगा, इन बंगाली टू अस.
Okay.
ठीक है. तो she was Bengali. We didn't know that. We didn't expect
Yeah,
that.
yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
she caught us kind of pants down.
Okay.
ठीक है. Plotting. We did still manage like, but she also was like कि आप लोग थोड़ा adjust करके ले आओ. ठीक है. We did something and we were able to just spend 5,000 rupees and get the whole 30 kg.
Nice. But
Yeah.
I think this is the thing, right? कि जब तूने वो सुना, right? तेरे को थोड़ा सा
Yeah.
assurance हुआ कि
Assurance
okay,
मिला like.
कि whatever, okay, we'll see क्या करना है.
या
That's a
एक
very good
बंगाली दूसरे
example.
का तो हेल्प कर ही देगा.
Yeah, कुछ तो अच्छा मतलब I think it's a good example. Yeah, मतलब very
या
timely example also.
वेरी टाइमली.
Interesting. मतलब languages का तू सोच कितना मतलब I think this is all very subconscious, right? When we look at it, when we read about it, then it
या
becomes like conscious कि अच्छा okay, why do we look for certain clues in all these conversations? And
या
wow, man, this is fun.
so then you have tool use and social bonding.
Hmm.
Tool making knowledge demanded shared instruction,
Yeah.
right? Oxytocin driven bonding encouraged focalization for group cohesion.
Mm-hmm.
Signals optimized. So you have anything to talk about this part?
Yeah, I think this is the pretty. I thought of the social bonding. I think that's a very similar to your first point because
Hmm.
survival के बाद you want to again bond, right? So I think
Hmm.
information theory lens we can look at it once. Signal optimized for energy efficiency. Hmm. I think this is also very like कि अच्छा मैं किसी से अगर किसी को मैं अगर मेरी local language में explain कर सकूँ,
Mm-hmm.
that's much more energy efficient for me versus trying to explain them in a language which I don't understand. So I think
Yeah.
पता है कहीं ना कहीं language का the most of the people that I think मैंने एक post पढ़ा था कि
Mm-hmm.
अभी जब मेसी आया था ना इंडिया तो
Mm-hmm.
मेसी was saying कि I mean somebody said कि यार मेसी ने देखा सब कुछ स्पेनिश में बोला था राइट मतलब he doesn't know English तो he
Mm-hmm.
speaks in Spanish everywhere मतलब तो
Oh.
उसने बोला कि मैंने इतने सारे लेसन लिए थे ड्यूओलिंगो से बट
Mm-hmm.
मुझे एक वर्ड नहीं समझा राइट सो
Hmm.
वन ऑफ द थिंग विद let's say this apps or like learning things online
Mm-hmm.
bit of the different environment for example let's say अगर मैं तुझे बोलूँ राइट कि तू घर बैठ के फ्रेंच सीख और
Mm-hmm.
फ्रांस में रह के फ्रेंच सीख
Hmm.
there is a hell lot of difference in both the you know क्या बोलते हैं उसको environment is the first thing and
Mm-hmm.
secondly your motivation to learn something right मतलब जो इसमें लिखा है right कि energy efficiency अगर मैं
Mm-hmm.
घर बैठे फ्रेंच सीख रहा हूँ I'm like कि हाँ what is the threat यहाँ पे there is no threat
Mm-hmm.
no
Hmm.
nobody is coming to take my food or whatever right
Yeah. So if I say like Duolingo specifically, I want to defend them a bit in this position. Right? I
yeah
think this is a very common narrative कि Duolingo से कोई language नहीं सीखता. Right?
Hmm.
I think that's more of an environmental problem than Duolingo
Sure.
problem.
yeah
Right?
yeah yeah
If you are in France, you have to learn Duolingo. Sorry,
हाँ
have to learn French. I think
French
Duolingo would be pretty effective there in because you have already the environment, and Duolingo kind of gives you the tools. But यहाँ पे like मैं घर बैठे I am not practicing it with as much engagement or motivation perhaps.
Hmm.
I am playing it as a game, right?
right
So when there is no pressure, it's like very hard to learn. And maybe the neuroscience of learning we can explore some other day.
yeah yeah उसमें आई
Hmm.
थिंक कहीं ना कहीं वो पॉइंट आने वाला है कि व्हाट इज ऑन द स्टेक मतलब when
Yeah,
learning something new is there
yeah,
something on the line या ऐसे ही मतलब बस टाइम पास करना है because
yeah, yeah.
always perceives urgent important non-important constantly right मतलब so
Hmm.
yeah neurological
Definitely.
is
So the brain expansion enabled syntax processing. So
what is uh what is Broca's area is it
Broca's
the
area is only to the right, which is this side. यहाँ पे Broca's area is on the right temple. So right would be on the to the left here.
hmm.
So I think roughly around this place, this area would be Broca's area. Part of Broca's area. See,
Okay.
these two are part of Broca's area.
Mm-hmm.
Metaphors and complex grammar.
Pretty cool. So, hmm.
So you were you reading this? Sorry, did I
No, no, I was
switch
just
on?
looking at. I was just skimming through it. That's all.
Okay. How did gestural communication? Next questions to explore. How did gestural communication transition to vocal language? What role did environmental pressure play? Can we model early communication using information theory equations? That I think would not be very
Hmm.
entertainment entertaining for this audience.
Yeah.
Did neural plasticity accelerate language evolution? Which of these or anything else would you want to
I
consider?
think मुझे second और fourth interesting लग रहा है. We can maybe or we can look at our questions also.
Our questions is how would it
हाँ.
evolved over time? I think kind of we are covering both of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did gestural communication? So which of them, second or fourth? You said.
हाँ. मुझे second और fourth interesting लग रहा है.
So I can just put both of them na, as follow-ups. Savannah expansion around 2.5 million years ago.
Wow.
नहीं or 1,000 years ago. Like
Thousand
Nemo.
है या
अरे,
it should be
it's
thousand I suppose, right? Not millions.
नहीं नहीं 2,500 बहुत recent है.
हाँ. I mean our species what 10,000, right?
नहीं around 100,000 no. 100 to
Uh,
1,000.
is it?
Let me
Can
let me
you
take
check?
a
Yeah. Can you take ask Google क्या or whatever?
let me take make a fork.
Yeah.
So I am forking before this point.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the question?
How old is the human species?
How old is the human?
जहाँ तक मुझे याद है it's 10,000. I don't know actually. Let's see.
So focal over gestural signals, open landscapes, pivot. So around
Oh,
anatomically modern humans emerged 300,000 years ago.
damn bro. It's early human genes तो कहाँ तक जा रहे हैं बे? Homo
Yeah,
erectus is like 2 million years. Okay.
the broader human genus is 2 million years.
Hmm. Symbolic art.
Sapiens. I have the book. आसपास कहीं पे होगा.
But interesting अगर तू देखे, even the
Hmm.
symbolic art is pretty old, man. Right?
Yeah. There's a curiosity stream series on this. What's the name? What was I saying? So, Dawn of Humanity.
Dawn of humanity. Yeah.
I think that's, yeah, this one. Mm,
Hmm. Okay,
mm,
so I assume the 10,000 year का जो reference था, I think that must be the वो रे.
mm,
By the time let's say Homo sapiens came in the play,
mm-hmm,
जो 10,000 का वो था, I am just confused with either it was chimps like the monkeys. Was
mm-hmm.
it the monkeys that came 10,000 years ago?
So, I fork off from here and ask, so, what happened 10k years ago? I distinctly remember it being an important milestone, but can't quite put my finger on it.
Let's see क्या बोलता है.
Pivotal shift, Neolithic revolution, the agriculture revolution. So agriculture
Oh,
started. So civilization would be 10,000 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. Correct. Correct. I was referring to the civilization point. Now it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Now, okay. Now coming back, I'll
Yeah.
collapse this thing and this thing. Uh,
This was यहीं से.
hmm,
हाँ यहीं से ना. Yeah. This is where we start.
hmm.
Hmm. Then,
uh, Vocal over gestural open landscape favored long distance communication. Reduced tree cover, limited gesture visibility. Okay, हाथ से नहीं कर सकते हो because of trees. Predator prey dynamics.
condition this command
Faster,
fast
low effort.
performance. Hmm.
चिल्लाना.
Help me.
Help me, बचाओ.
Resource scarcity. Hmm. Emphasize visual.
Tactical coordination like flanking prey. पीछे से जाना.
Sorry, कहाँ पे पढ़ रहा है तू ये? अच्छा,
Forced
okay.
group collaboration
Okay.
to amplified need for
Yeah,
tactical coordination like flanking prey.
yeah.
Forest environments emphasized visual slash gestural signals. Dense
Hmm.
foliage made sound less reliable. Gestures thrived. Smaller groups reduced need for long range communication. Neuroscience angle savanna pressures may have accelerated auditory cortex development. Oh, wow. Did neural plasticity accelerate language evolution? Critically, yes. Wow.
Hmm.
Mutation
Oh,
in fox. Mm-hmm.
this also raised me a question, Sohan. So let's say right now there was a recent report. I think तूने पढ़ी होगी, right? The report was that के is LLM making us dumber, right? मतलब like जो
Mm-hmm.
processing था मतलब brain का.
Mm-hmm.
Is it getting like are we getting dumber? I think that was the name of the article. And
Mm-hmm.
the point was that ki with the like you can just pretty much ask anything to LLM now.
Hmm.
Are you gonna stop critically thinking about problems? So do you where do you think like where will the prefrontal cortex go from here? If you are to make a hypothesis,
Uh-huh.
what do you think? What will happen?
So I would look at pressures, right? Where, like, even after we have LLM, I
Hmm.
think the demand is now make things quicker, make things better, right?
Hmm.
So use LLMs. Like, there is a huge population who does not even use enough of their brain, right? And it's not an insult; it's just reality.
Sure, sure. Absolutely.
Uh, but if you look at the market demands, because I would say short term पे कोई evolutionary demand नहीं है, we have one kind of,
For sure.
right.
Yeah.
Tiger, lion, earthquake, we have conquered pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
uh, so I would say if we look at market pressures, right.
Hmm.
uh, I am seeing that the people who put effort are winning. Like, if you just LM abusers are not winning in the markets,
Hmm.
right? So that means there is a reward signal that LLM के साथ अपना brain को maximize करना is working out,
Hmm.
right?
Well, it's
Short
not gonna be the either or case. It's gonna be and case. मतलब more of like
and
that.
case like if you use your prefrontal cortex and offload tasks to LLMs, and
Hmm.
let's say LLMs are very good at mathematical things, right.
Mm-hmm.
uh, like you kind of offload that cognitive tasks to that LLM and kind of move on to other cognitive tasks that uses similar neural circuits.
Sure.
So इसमें I want to bring out a few case studies, right,
Hmm.
to back my point.
Hmm.
I think privately I have discussed this with you. There is this experiment where due to some reasons, due to some safe, like survival critical reasons, someone experimented with cutting the central part, which is the cortex, this part,
Yeah.
corpus callosum, right? That connects these two brain hemisphere, and
Mm,
the person still survives,
mm,
right? And in another case, in certain children, the right side of one side of the brain gets severely damaged, and they cut it out.
mm,
But what happens is, if it happens young enough, uh,
mm,
then the whole kind of channel kind of reroutes itself, and the
mm.
person can perfectly communicate. Like from afar, you, unless the person tells you कि मेरा आधा brain नहीं है, right? It's not like they remove it; they keep the brain
Yeah.
there. It's just that they disconnect it
Mm-hmm.
completely, like sever it completely. Like typically क्या होता है, my right hand is responsible, like controlled by my left brain, and left brain is handled by my right brain.
Right. Yep. Yep.
But ideally, if you disconnect half of the brain, then half of the body should get paralyzed.
Hmm.
But it doesn't happen. Like people just adapt, and one side of the brain learns to control both things,
Mm-hmm.
right? Their brain is perfectly capable, right? So this kind of leads to the point कि our brain is perfectly capable of adapting, let's say, the part that currently controls the math related tasks, which I would say only a few, like small percentage of the population actually does math,
True. True. Yeah.
right? I would say 90% or 80% people don't think or do any maths in their adult life apart from basic arithmetic, which has already been outsourced to calculators,
Yeah.
right? We are not seeing any degradations in their brain in those regions that's
Mm-hmm.
responsible for math, right?
Mm,
So that kind of leads me to say ki if you look at, are we going to lose certain abilities? I would say yes, but we
mm,
will likely develop other abilities in to fill in those circuits.
Hmm. I think which is a very fair point if you sort of how you mentioned, right? Matlab, it makes sense
Hmm.
also because I mean
Yeah.
it cannot be like a case ki acha okay. I think LLM is a bit of acceleration along with your prefrontal cortex.
Hmm.
You just play your cards right. This is like your actually brain's co-pilot. Matlab, if you think about it, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's a
Right.
tool.
So
It's an yet another tool in the brain's arsenal.
true.
So that's how
Makes sense.
I would think. Ki,
No, no,
like,
I agree. It cannot be like in isolation ki acha okay, is this right or is this right? Matlab. That's very
yeah,
linear way to look at it. Matlab.
yeah. Unless like a complete AGI system arrives and stays is fully aligned, right? Where
Yeah.
the marginal utility of brain is just energy drain,
Mm-hmm.
right? That would like that might lead to some atrophy.
Mm-hmm.
But the current state of LMs, even if you make it 100x better, I don't see,
Yeah.
like I think your question was not ki will we be useful. Your question was ki will the prefrontal cortex stay.
True. I mean, my question was ki how it will evolve, but I think
Hmm.
I think is gonna be like a bit of a wait and watch wala thing
Hmm.
because abhi to I think we're in a very early stage of like how even PFC is trying to hold up with the LLM game thing, right?
Hmm.
And abhi bhi we are whatever let's say surveys we are doing is
Hmm.
happening on a very small population scale. Matlab. We haven't done like anything on a large scale yet. Matlab. So
Yeah.
it's a very tricky one to say. And I think you mentioned a very good caveat कि इतने लोग मैथ्स कर ही नहीं रहे in the first place. It's not कि everybody is doing like some PhD level maths.
Yeah.
So
Right. We are all using PhD level maths thanks to economic scalability. Right.
yeah,
Like for example, let's say my phone. My phone is doing some crazy trigonometry even when I'm doing nothing. Right?
yeah,
Like it's checking, is the signal coming? Like is a phone coming? Every millisecond it's asking, right? It's tracing my GPS coordinates. It's looking for cell tower signals, कौन सा cell tower अच्छा है बुरा है, all of crazy maths.
Hmm.
And I am not even, that's when the screen is completely locked,
True.
right? But the person using the phone is not involved. Like, you think the phone is doing nothing. Why is my, like, when the phone is in standby and battery drains were like कि battery क्यों drain हो रहा है, मैं तो कुछ कर भी नहीं रहा हूँ,
Hmm.
right? But the phone is trying, doing a lot.
That's a, I think one of the simpler way to put, like, how much information sort of, you know, complication जो अपने simple कर दिया इतना, like into a very simple level
Yeah,
कि, like, it just seems like अरे कुछ बड़ी बात नहीं है, but
yeah,
it's actually a very big deal, honestly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, uh, from that perspective, sure I am sure everyone uses like a significant part of their brain, whether they want to or not, like
Hmm.
just to be their best. Like I
Yeah.
think everyone has wants to be the best version of themselves, like the most money they can make or things
And
like that.
the funny part is that the best version is extremely subjective, right?
No, no,
So,
to their mind, like everyone is evaluating themselves, right?
yeah. मतलब वही कि मतलब the benchmark, there is no like a global benchmark of, let's say, you and me, right? मतलब in a way कि
Mm-hmm.
तू information consume कर रहा है, जो तेरे benchmarks है, तो उस पे कितना leverage कर रहा है, that's up to you now in a way,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there is no global or like a universal definition of ambition, because
Mm-hmm.
ambition is different, context is different, ये वो. Of course, we
Yeah.
can all measure IQs on a very simplest form of, like, let's say, doing the problem solving वाला angle से.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling that IQ का जो definition है, that will also change now. Like, it's not gonna be like a very linear way of just checking this people's IQ based on a certain test.
So I
This.
would say IQ के सिस्टम में वैसे भी कोई दिक्कत है नहीं. मतलब if you think from that perspective,
Hmm.
like IQ is not measuring someone's intelligence. Like even
Hmm.
if it's called intelligence quotient, they're
Yeah.
like the median population can do these tasks in this much time,
Sure.
right? Like where do you stand?
Hmm.
Right? So if everyone has access to LLMs, the median population ka ability will just increase, the absolute floor
True.
increases, but the
Hmm.
IQ will stay 100, right?
Hmm.
Like, because that becomes the new 100, the new normal,
True.
right?
Yeah. Do
So in
you remember? Sorry, it's a very good example. I think this is a right, maybe example here. तूने अगर लास्ट ईयर का या ये साल का नीट का एग्जाम का रिजल्ट देखा हो, राइट? नीट का जो
Mhm.
एग्जाम था, आई थिंक देयर वर
Mhm.
लाइक सम 30 or 40 people who scored 720 on 720.
This year.
आई थिंक दिस ईयर लास्ट, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर, बट कुछ तो ऐसा
Mhm.
नंबर था जहाँ
Mhm.
पे इट वाज लाइक फुल हाउस, मतलब स्कोरिंग में. सो
Mhm.
माय गेस इज कि वन इज ऑफ कोर्स नाउ पीपल हैव मच मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन. लेट्स से
Mhm.
तेरे टाइम पे या मेरे टाइम पे जो नीट का रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल थे, अभी आज
Mhm.
वो 100 हो चुके, राइट? So
Mhm.
with all the resources, people can just, let's say, learn more and more much faster, and
Yeah.
only keep going up and up. मतलब that's my guess. कि
Yeah.
अभी अगर इस साल समझ 100 लोग थे, कल जाके 500 होंगे. So the
Hmm.
benchmarks change now completely.
Benchmarks, yeah. So because as the benchmarks, because now we have data ki people are scoring 100 out of 100, like 720 on 720, we might make it harder.
Yeah.
Like
But
raising the bar seems like the only.
true. Because there is not, like, let's say, seat for 1,000 people, right? So the only way is that either you make the test का जो questions है उसको hard करो, or you
Mhm.
just change the system fundamentally. मतलब
Yeah,
you find different ways to evaluate people.
yeah, and the harder it will become, the more luck dependent it becomes.
I think that just brings to the last stream. I
Yeah,
think after a point, luck has to play out as good as skills also, right? So I
yeah.
think it's a tough
Like
one, I think, for
skill
people
is
to.
becoming so table stakes ki luck might differentiate.
True, true, true. Absolutely. Yeah, so I have to actually drop off for a bit. If you want, we can
बिल्कुल.
continue a bit. या तो हम फिर कल परसों कर सकते हैं.
I think we can do it कल परसों. I also have to drop.
एक बार आई थिंक सो इसका है ना क्या करेंगे विल रैप इट अप बाय लेट्स से संडे तक आराम से सो
Uh-huh.
वंस वी रैप अप द होल सेशन ऑफ न्यूरोसाइंस ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन we
Hmm.
will publish an article on your Substack
On my
and just
Substack, or do you want to create a new Substack and we connect GPU melt to it?
we can do that actually we can just call it neuroscience off and we can just keep publishing
Hmm.
different right.
Huh. Like in that case, I will like add you as a co-author there. मेरा तो the reason is I just keep topic hopping. Like I named it heap hopping.
I think as the name is right so it's hopping बनता भी है
हाँ.
but ठीक है तो ये अपन Substack का we can start doing it because I
ठीक है.
feel that जो भी हम सीख रहे हैं ना if we can just start putting out like let's say in a writing or something right that will
Hmm.
just make us much more sharper in our own understanding also मतलब.
Yeah, and just outside Substack, we will also I will also think about doing more multi-channel, like put a post on YouTube, not a video, but a post on YouTube,
True we should
on
do that.
something on Twitter, something on Reddit, and see what
Yeah
works.
yeah actually you know we should sit down and actually discuss the whole content का distribution कहाँ कहाँ हो सकता है और क्या क्या हो सकता है.
हम live है अभी, हाँ तो
That's fine.
yeah,
But
we will
and
definitely.
yeah, people have ideas. Please message us. You know what else can we do?
Yeah, anyone
Uh,
is viewing? Are you seeing viewers?
there are some 34 I see. Wow.
Wow,
Yeah. I don't know if
awesome.
they're all live right now, but sure. Matlab, if they are, please share some ideas. Yeah.
Like even if it's in your background tab, like that's a
Yeah.
great thing.
Yeah. But cool. I think यार actually आज का stream हमने काफी having even two pro ADHD people on the stream. हमने आज फिर भी
Yeah.
काफी structure maintain
We
किया.
were on topic. And guys, check out deepdive.so. Like,
Yeah. Shout out to Harman and Sohan. Uh,
yeah,
I think this is a pretty nice tool. Yeah, I really hope people give it a spin after looking at the stream.
yeah, definitely.
But good, yeah, fun times, man. I think I'll catch up with you tomorrow or day after then.
Sure.
Yeah, let me just end the stream. एक बार.
Okay. Bye bye.